Time now for the McManus Report. I'm Adam McManus. On Tuesday night, Hillary Clinton officially clinched the Democratic presidential nomination. Jimmy Fallon noted that Hillary told her assistant to break out the champagne. And he said, actually, you drank it all when Trump secured his nomination. Do you remember that?
I really wish my mother could be here tonight. I wish she could see her daughter become the Democratic Party's nominee.
If you watched any of the media outlets, it sounded as though it was the second coming itself in Brooklyn, New York. NBC's Andrea Mitchell cheered.
After two bruising presidential primary campaigns, Hillary Clinton finally able to write her page in the history books.
Thanks to you, we've reached a milestone.
Defining figure in women's empowerment as First Lady, U.S. Senator, and Secretary of State.
The United States now a step closer, she said, to possibly electing a woman to its highest office, as Hillary Clinton hopes to join a club long established by other nations, like the UK with Margaret Thatcher and Germany's Angela Merkel. Mitchell argued that in 2008, Clinton was trying so hard to prove she could be a commander-in-chief, she did not focus on her gender.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep, but there's a phone in the White House and it's ringing. Something's happening in the world. Your vote will decide who answers that call. Who do you want answering the phone?
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
But Mitchell assured viewers that this time it is becoming a central theme of her campaign, breaking that glass ceiling at last. CBS's Gayle King was jubilant.
It was really pure joy on her face last night. I can only imagine what she was thinking.
ABC's Juju Chang from Nightline offered this tease.
When we come back, did you hear it? It's the sound of that glass ceiling breaking.
Then Nightline's David Muir pitched this softball.
You have talked so often about the unfinished business, not only in this country, but around the world when it comes to women's rights. Is having the first female American president part of that unfinished business?
It is, David.
And as Media Research Center noted, MSNBC's Thomas Roberts brought on none other than NBC News special correspondent and former California First Lady Maria Shriver to demand the American people, quote, pause to think about how this is historic and unprecedented, unquote.
This is a big moment in history for the United States to have a presumptive nominee in Hillary Clinton for the Democratic Party, the first woman to do this. Does she have a minute to relish this?
I think this is a moment, and I hope we take a moment, not only to think about how this is historic and unprecedented for her, for women, but about all the people who made this moment possible, all the women who went before her. This is a big moment for the country. I think she deserves that moment.
Perhaps most indicative of the fawning media was CNN's report, but it was not primarily found in Jeff Zellini's words. The evidence for the lapdog media was seen most dramatically in the visual depiction through CNN's video modification, making Hillary, in her white pantsuit, to appear as some sort of golden god from on high, as WMAL radio host Chris Plante said, calling it a propaganda train wreck. I was reminded of that notable scene from the 1984 movie The Natural, where Robert Redford is up at bat, scans the stadium, and is inspired by Glenn Close's character, all aglow in her white hat and dress as it captures the singular sun's beam from above. After 2 strikes, Redford hits a home run that shatters the scoreboard clock. On Tuesday night, Hillary tweeted, "If we can blast 50 women into space, we will someday launch a woman into the White House. I'd like to launch Hillary into space right now, since it appears the Justice Department won't do its job and arrest this woman." And that's my take. I'm Adam McManus. What do you think? Email me at talkradioadam@gmail.com. This is the McManus Report.